Everybody, today's project is to insulate the roof of the van, or insulate the roof of the truck. Hey everybody, Mark here. Got some new stuff from eBay and Amazon and stuff. I just wanted to fill you in on my progress and where I'm heading with this thing. So you can see I cut out the rot on the bottom here. I'm going to go back and probably put some sheet metal there and curve it under, style it a little bit. Here's the insulation I've been doing. I've got 3 layers of a 1/2 inch insulation, foam insulation. And over here, something I got off eBay is this is my gray water tank, and I got the largest one I could find that would fit under there. Or actually, it's kind of hard finding one just to fit that space. I was going to put it between the drive shaft and the frame rail. I was only going to end up with probably about 18 gallons for that. But this one is 26 gallons. But there's only one drawback. I'll show you. Seems to fit this space pretty nice into here. I've got exactly like 14 inches to play with of space to fit this thing. As you can see, it's gonna fit nice. The only drawback is this thing right here that hangs down. That's not cool. First of all, I wish it was a little higher on this back side right here, and facing the opposite direction. I'm going to see if there's some way that you can modify this plastic, maybe cut this off, and then put it on this side. But overall, I think it fits pretty nice for 26 gallons. That's a pretty good size gray water tank, and you can see it just barely fits up in that area. Over here is how I'm going to plan out the back. I plan on making a shelf right along this line right here. I don't know if you can see that line right there, but that's going to be the bed frame, and it's going to come on back here. It's going to be a metal boxed enclosure that's going to go all the way across to the other side, and then go down right about where the air conditioner is. And that's going to be like the back bench of the king size bed. I'm going to cut out the middle of the king size bed right here. And this will be the back part of the bench, and the air conditioner will come out from the bottom down there. I want to keep everything mounted to the surface here, whatever the bed. I don't want to have stuff up high and have a lot of weight up high, because I plan on putting probably at least at least 2, maybe 3 solar panels of probably 200 watts each, or somewhere around that area. I'd like to get close to 500-600 watts, and that adds, you know, probably close to 150 pounds, 125, 150 pounds to the roof. And I just hate having all that weight up high when you're driving down the road at 70 miles an hour and make your vehicle sway left and right. So anyway, the batteries will be back here in this section. I'll have all the electrical. I'm going to probably have a flap that opens up, well, probably open down, kind of like a tailgate, and then you can get back to this stuff and access it. I'm going to have probably cut out where the generator goes right here, so the exhaust can come out the back. And I have easy access to the choke and the starter. It's going to be a problem putting gas in. I'll probably have to swing it out and then put gas in it, but I'll figure out something that maybe I can put some rollers on it or something and slide it out. And I'll have an easy connection to my 20 amp AC circuit right here, and then I'll probably end up having some of the electrical over on this side, and just be able to plug in either to the generator or to shore power for 110, according to where I'm at, you know, what I'm up to. So anyway, that's that. Anyway, I want to keep the air conditioner down low too. That's probably a bad idea, because it would probably be a lot better to have the air conditioner up high where the hot air rises. But I really want to keep everything down, the wiring and everything down on this level. I just don't want any weight up high. Okay, and over here two more eBay items. I've got a spare computer that is just for this vehicle. It's the same code and everything. I figured I couldn't go wrong having a spare. I'm out on the road and, you know, something goes wrong. It's cheap insurance. Get it why it doesn't cost so much on eBay. When you have to buy one when you really need it, it's going to be probably like $400 or $500. When that one right there was, I think it was like 75 bucks. And here is my freshwater tank, and it could be bigger, but this is an 18-gallon. I would have liked to have at least 20 or 25 or so, but kind of limited on the amount of space. I bought this back before I was going to raise the bed up that high. Here's my mark right here, and this is where the bottom of the bed frame is going to go, and this is where the top of the bed's going to end up, because I've got 9 inches of foam, which is it's probably not the best idea, but that's what I ended up with for my Kia. And when I have it in here and I'm resting on it, it'll probably be pretty nice. If I put windows in it, this was where I was planning on putting the window in it, but if this is going to be where I sit at this level, I'm going to have a backrest, which is probably going to be 12 or 13 inches, so it's going to end up, the back of the backrest is going to be right here, end up covering my window up. So that means I will probably end up having to move my window way up, at least this high. I don't want it to end up looking kind of funky outside, but I'm still debating the windows anyway. I'm not sure I'm going to go with those windows. It kind of blows the stealth look. And the windows I bought have rollouts on the bottom, and I'm thinking a better idea would have been to have the window either slide half the window open or have like emergency exit where the whole thing swings outward. That's what I'd really like to have, and I'm probably going to see if I can locate some of those about the same size. As far as, here's another detail that I had to change around. The drain is on this side. Also, the entrance is on that side. I can turn this around, but it puts my drain just on the other side of the frame rail, which is okay, but I'd have to have a center-mounted gray water tank instead of the one I bought that goes on the outside. So I'm thinking I might just deal with this and make it so that I have to step over into the tub or into the bathroom to get in there, and then seal the other part up over there. So my drain, I drill a hole right there. It'll go right straight down into my gray water tank. It's just a matter of making things work, nice. I may even cut this side out over here and make another entrance out of it, but with enough sealing, I guess I could make it work. Oh, another thing is the cartridge for the toilet, it slides out that way. So that means I will be putting a hole in that wall if I put it this way, and be able to retrieve the cartridge from the other side. How's this thing slide out here? slides out that way. That way I can just pull it directly outside and not have to bring it through the vehicle at all, which would be a lot cleaner. Really wish the entrance to that was on the other side, but that's not a deal breaker. So anyway, got the insulation done. I guess it's time to start working on this back shelf back here, or a box, and it's got to be airtight. I mean, I've got to seal it up really well because I'm gonna have this generator running, and it's going to be producing fumes and stuff that we can't have inside here, all boxed up. And the batteries also, those are wet cell batteries, so they'll produce fumes as they're charged, and toxic chemicals and stuff, and we don't need that. That's the plan so far. So I guess the next step will be insulating the walls after I build this box. I'm going to go and price some sheet metal today and see what a 4x8 sheet and have it bent to the specs that I need to box this in. And then I'm also debating on whether to do everything with a metal frame, because it'll be much more stable. I can weld it together and then bolt it all to the floor, because I want everything just attached to this floor. I don't want anything attached to these walls. This fiberglass, it's only a 5/8 inch thick all the way through, and I don't think I can mount anything unless I go through it and put a bolt through it, and I don't have the bolt on the other side of the wall and look real ugly and everything. So I'm thinking the best case scenario would be to mount everything to the floor, and probably more secure that way also. So I know wood would be a lot better choice, because then I can change it around a lot easier if I need to, but the steel would probably be much safer and much more stable. So anyway, I've yet to see which way I'm going to go with that. Plus, I have to figure out what kind of fasteners. These use what they call huck bolts, and that's what these are right here. And you have to have a special gun to pop them through there. So I'm thinking about finding some other kind of fastener that I can put through here and seal it up really well. So I've got that panel, and it'll probably come just above this area right here. It'll be solid back there, but I don't want to put that on until I get the interior all situated anyway, because it's much easier to put your materials in and out with this big old hole in the back. So I guess that's about it for updates. I just need to get out here and start working on this thing. It's finally starting to get some nice weather.